Welcome to Prenton Park. It feels way too early to start talking about season-defining games in the Women's Super League. But with the drop zone so close, this match could certainly have a big impact on the relegation fight at the bottom. It's a big week for Liverpool, certainly, facing Reading today, and then bottom of the table, Leicester next week. Win both, and Liverpool would move on to 14 points, which, based on the last two seasons, would be enough to stay in the division. Lose both, and the fight for survival, well, it would be blown wide open. Reading have lost their last three in the WSL, but having come through what was a dramatic and entertaining FA Cup tie to beat Leicester on penalties, they'll be hoping that win can give them a much-needed lift in the league. Looking at the lineups then, we'll start with Liverpool after the FA Cup defeat to Chelsea. Gemma Bonner is recalled in defence. Taylor Hines is back to captain the side. Natasha Dowie's return will have to wait though. She can't play here against her parent club. For Reading, Grace Maloney saves 3 penalties in the FA Cup against Leicester. Despite her heroics, Jackie Burns returns in goal. New signing Jade Moore has returned for her second spell with the club, and she starts. Referee for today's match is Jane Sims, and the two captains will make their way towards the halfway line here, Emma McCandy and Taylor Hines. Both Liverpool and Reading have been pretty busy in the January transfer market as they look to try to avoid relegation and make sure they stay in the division. It's always a tough market, tough time to pick up players. Maya Kith, the Cameroon international, who is hoping to join Reading on loan, hasn't quite made it today. She's waiting for visa clearance. Tanea Alexander is amongst the Reading substitutes though. Miri Taylor and Sophie Lungard waiting in the wings for Liverpool. Well, the captain, Taylor Hines, had a few final words to say before making her way up towards the halfway line for the coin toss. In their last match in the Super League, Reading just lost out to Manchester United. As a result, they went to the top of the Super League table, but it took them until the 87th minute to grab their winner. Cruel blow after what was a much improved performance from Reading. Liverpool, meanwhile, well, it hasn't necessarily been all good in recent matches. They've lost all 3 games in 2023. Perhaps to be expected, with Liverpool back in the WSL for the first season. And it will be Liverpool to get us underway here. Away we go then. A big game at the bottom of the Women's Super League. Liverpool facing Reading at Prenton Park. You may remember this was a pretty entertaining contest the last time these two met. 3-3 the score. Katie Stengel was brilliant on the afternoon, but it was a Sanna Trulsgaard equaliser late on in the game. Denied Liverpool all 3 points. Have had a tendency, Reading, to start games slowly this season. Jackie Burns able to watch that one over the top of the crossbar though, delivered in by one of the more impressive talents within this Liverpool side, Missy Bo-Cairns. Just 21 years old. Could have a fabulous career ahead of her if she's able to realise her potential. Liverpool are looking to start the game on the front foot. Stengel was so good the last time these two met. 2 goals And it could so easily have been 3. It would have been had Lily Woodham not stood in the way of her curling solo efforts. She's won a corner here, which Missy Bokens comes across to take. Waiting close by, being watched by Lily Woodham, is Melissa Lawley. Missy Bokens with the corner in towards the front post. Perhaps not the delivery she was hoping for. She's managed to smuggle the ball on here towards Lawley, though. Harries is back on defensive duty to carry away. Well, it was perhaps a slightly bizarre decision from Reading to allow Natasha Dowie to return to Liverpool. She won't play today. She can't play against her parent club. It does look as though that leaves Reading without firepower. It'll be interesting to see what their new signings can provide. Certainly Alexander, who is on the bench, has a pretty good pedigree at university level in America. Scored plenty of goals there. Liverpool free kick. Back it goes towards Rachel Laws. She waited and waited, and that allowed the opportunity for Reading to step in, and it will be turned away by Jasmine Matthews, who's back there. Megan Campbell can send it on its way. Slightly too relaxed at the back from Rachel Laws, but she gets lucky there. Reading not quick enough to react. Jackie Burns, who might be slightly surprised to see that she's in the lineup here today with the performance from Grace Maloney in the FA Cup. Kelly Chambers trusting her number 1. Flag is raised for an offside decision, and that will be a Reading free kick. Well, this is the moment that came just a moment ago where Laws, I don't think, even realised that Sanna Troelsgaard was that close by. Gets lucky. First real incident in the game, of which I imagine there will be plenty, given the importance of this matchup. Perhaps a surprise to see Liverpool looking so slow at the back, given that they were up against Sam Kerr last week. They should be well trained for snappy strikers who are looking for mistakes. Rachel Rowe tries to bring the ball under control. Speaking of snappy, in there to make things awkward for this Liverpool midfield. Controlled here by Katie Stengel, whose goals have been so important for Liverpool this season. She couldn't keep holds. All the way through that central area, though, it's pretty busy in there at the start of the game. Well, Liverpool had to switch their formation in that game against Chelsea in the FA Cup to try and get something from the matchup. They moved to a 3-5-2 in the second half. It was pretty effective as well. But they have started with 4 at the back. And they have some work to do here as Reading line up this free kick, which Lily Woodham's over. Won't be Woodham, though. It will be slid wide, and here is McCandy. Manages to turn the cross into the area, and Reading hit the crossbar. Brilliant chance for Emma Harries. Did superbly well to get there after fabulous work by Emma McCandy, the captain. Shifted the ball here onto her left and delivered in what was a delightful cross. Brilliant chance for Reading. Best chance of the game so far. Again, here's the pressure on Rachel Laws. Well, Reading have been known to start games slowly, but they have certainly started this one in a different kind of manner. They're in a different kind of mood. Again, it's Reading winning the ball, effective in midfield. Campbell rather casual at the back, but she has picked out Rachel Laws, who can clear away. Her long clearance, though, onto the head of Emma McCandy, who was, alongside Grace Maloney, one of the heroes from the FA Cup match, with her dramatic equaliser in the FA Cup. Everybody else stood still. And late on, deep into the game, she marched into the penalty area to score the equalising goal against Leicester. Goal that took the game to penalties. Very nearly provided the assist for the opening goal here. Emma Harries, though, nodding onto the crossbar. And now it's Reading who have work to do, as Campbell lines one up. Launched in, it's Van Hevermaet who is underneath it. And away it goes from Reading, who deal with the first problem. It looks as though there may be some more here. Megan Campbell, the Republic of Ireland international, is about to launch in another one of her trademark long throw-ins. And again, it's Van Hevermaet who is well placed alongside Deanna Cooper. They've given the ball away, though, here. Jazz Matthews tries to turn it on its way. Sana Trulsgaard in there battling for it. And eventually, it's Gemma Evans who can smash it on its way. And Taylor Hines who can tidy up at the back under the pressure from Emma Harries. Well, we knew that these two would be pretty evenly matched. So far it is proving to be that way. Both sides really going for it too. There's no sitting back here. Stengel doing well to win it. And then as she tried to recover, penalised by the referee. Good start to the game, no goals. 9 minutes in at 0-0. Campbell's header sending the ball back. She was lucky to find Gemma Bonner, who was back there. And Sana Trulsgaard with the foul. Got a spell out of the team, Sana Trulsgaard. Wasn't always the first pick at Reading, but she's really established herself alongside Van Hevermaet in what is a really effective midfield area for Reading. Lifted in behind here by Campbell. Well, it was very nearly the perfect pass. Melissa Lawley was bursting through, and it would have been perfect were it not for Jackie Burns, who very quickly made her way off of her goal line to pick that one up for Reading. Lawley goes back towards Hines, and it's spread wide by the Japanese international, a new signing, Nagano. Pretty busy in January, Liverpool, and Nagano was certainly one of the highlights in terms of signings. Beard was definitely very excited to acquire her services. As Emma Harries is fouled and wins another free kick here for Reading. You'll always know you're in a battle with Jazz Matthews. Primer and Rowe patiently waiting for the whistle. And it's Rowe who sends the ball into a pretty good area. And that's a vital defensive header by Taylor Hines. Well, maybe didn't quite get the touch, but she certainly did enough to put Deanna Cooper off. Wonderful ball into the box by Rachel Rowe. Hines doing enough. Crucially doing her job. Reading looking good from set pieces. It's the second time they've very nearly caused Liverpool some trouble. Lawley couldn't quite get to that one, but it's still with Liverpool here, and it's picked up by Kerry Hollands, who turns on towards Stengel. Stengel does well to keep hold of the ball, but she had two for company, and Woodham can turn away. Megan Campbell was trying to send that forward for Liverpool. Couldn't connect with a teammate. Troelsgaard won it back. Now breaking with Harries on the right-hand side. Good covering run by Jasmine Matthews to get there. Not the best clearance away, though. They've given the ball, Liverpool. Straight back to Reading. Evans. On to Deanna Cooper. And now McCandy who can deliver in, but it's Missy Bokens who carries away for Liverpool, who again will look to transition quickly between defence and attack. They haven't been able to do that with Reading snapping in with a number of challenges. This is where Reading have been so effective. Jumping in, winning the ball back, high up the field. Woodham who's there this time. Now Rowe. Comfortably dealt with by Liverpool on the edge of their own area. Pressure not completely gone, though. There's a real intensity about this matchup. Anna Cooper giving the ball away, though, just as things start to build up for Reading, but it's not too long before Stengel's lost it. And now Troelsgaard sends it beyond Bonner and into the area. The flag was raised, though. Well, Rachel Laws is not happy at all with the response from her defence. Emily Eichland playing in a central position today. She's so versatile. We've seen her play in a number of positions for Reading. Now chasing back to try to get hold of Lawley. Melissa Lawley delivers a good-looking ball into the area. She was looking for Stengel. Clutched out of the sky by Jackie Burns in the end. Reading starting to dominate the game, seeing more of the ball. Liverpool quite happy to try to hit on the break so far. Stengel out to Missy Bokens. Feeds the ball in towards Nagano now. On the turn here is Lawley. Does well to feed it wide. Koivisto joining the attack. Her delivery to the back of the area. This looks promising for Liverpool. And luckily for Reading, they had somebody back on the goal line to clear away because Jackie Burns lost it. Hines on to Missy Bokens here. The effort straight at Jackie Burns. And it was a rather routine stop in the end. This was the moment, though, that caused confusion. Wonderful cross by Koivisto into the box. Flicked back by Kerry Holland into a dangerous area. Stengel just couldn't quite get there. Standard of football so far in the first half has been superb. Got a real match on our hands here. Nagano sees the room on the left-hand side here. It's a fabulous ball. Hines in space, the captain sends on. It might be too heavy though. Well, just as things started to look promising. Rolls away for a goal kick. Well, there's Matt Beards. He really wasn't happy after their last WSL fixture against Manchester United. And no surprises there, given the result, 6-0. But he said sometimes you do get these freak performances. Described it as the only game where they haven't turned up over the last 18 months. Van Havermaet flicks on. Harries manages to get there. Missy Bokens intercepts in midfield and it's quickly sent away by Nagano, who's proving to be pretty effective in there. Missy Bokens wins it back here for Liverpool inside Reading's penalty area. The ball in was good too. Jackie Burns was committed and Van Havermaet had to make sure. It was Gemma Evans who got the final touch. Liverpool corner. And it's Campbell who comes across to take this one. Campbell for Liverpool, sends in the corner, punched away well by Jackie Burns, and sent on its way by McCandy. And that's exactly what the Reading defence needed there. The goalkeeper coming to take charge. Liverpool, who'd done so well to win the corner, now find themselves with some defending to do. As Harry sprints away, always full of running. Has just drifted into an offside position though. Had Rachel Rowe waiting in the middle for the delivery, but the assistant quick with the flag. And as we approach the 20-minute mark, it's all been rather frantic, end to end. No goals though. Panic in the penalty area at one end as Katie Stengel was trying to send beyond Reading. Emma Harries hitting the crossbar. Van Havermaet wins the header. Hines is in there to make the challenge. Trulsgaard on the chase, but it will be Laws who will get there and she'll take the safe route. Reading looking to get things going quickly. They clearly identified that they had been starting games slowly. There's been a real pace about their play. Trulsgaard was brought down as she tried to progress. And she gets the decision here. Lily Woodham will come across to take the corner. Woodham delivers, and at the other end, just as we saw from Jackie Burns, it's Rachel Laws this time, who takes control in the penalty area and punches away. Woodham will come across to grab hold and take this throw in here. Jade Moore giving the orders. Her experience could be so vital for Reading in their fight to stay in the top flight. And Havermark's delivery too close to Rachel Laws though, and the goalkeeper takes control for Liverpool. Lifts one forward. On the chase here is Boken. She won't get there, and Reading will get the decision. It was a poor start to the season for Reading. They lost their first 4. Kelly Chambers saying they're a completely different side now, and they certainly look it today. Burns with a clearance away that's picked up here by Koivisto, having to battle to keep hold of the ball under pressure. Jade Moore doing well to scrap and win it, and then Lily Woodham back towards Jackie Burns, who will try in the opposite direction. Taylor Hines was trying to turn. There wasn't too much room to do that. Liverpool have it back. They've gone all the way back to their goalkeeper here. Nagano. See Bokens finding the same problem on the opposite side. There's no room to turn. Woodham was there. Reading are closing down ever so quickly. Well, somebody needed to provide some calm, and it's Moore who does. Woodham looking for the give and go. And Reading looking to get on the go, but perhaps too quickly. Missy Bokens in with the challenge. Now Nagano turns the ball on. This is a good looking break here for Liverpool. Hines in space on the left-hand side here. Slightly heavy touch. Done well here to get into a crossing position though. Nobody waiting on the penalty spot other than Rachel Rowe. Really nicely worked by Liverpool through midfield. And now Reading looking to do the same, and they found some space on the left-hand side here for Sanna Trulskar. And Trulskar will go for goal. While it was always rising, Rachel Laws did make sure with a big arm. Reading off target though. Been a good goal-scoring season for Sanna Trulskar. Off target this time though. Lovely control. Stengel brought the ball down, but the pass towards Lawley intercepted, and very quickly it's Trulskar at the other end, who is into a good position here. Koivisto with the challenge. Rowe picks up the pieces. And then Bonner comes to help out, and Matthews will send it on its way. Oh, no real danger there for Liverpool. So often the problem for teams nearer the bottom of the Women's Super League, they may well have a brilliant structure behind them, and certainly looks as though Reading are very solid through defensive midfield, but up front there is definitely a component missing. They need a goal scorer, somebody there to bury the chances. Sanna Trulskar working ever so hard to get herself into good positions. Imagine what they'd be like, though, with Beth England, which maybe could prove to be the difference for Spurs, who may well also find themselves drawn into what could be a very interesting relegation battle at the bottom of the Super League. And it will be Tottenham Hotspur that Reading will face in the next round of the FA Cup. That game will be the first match back after the international break for Reading. Reward for their victory against Leicester. Well, Matt Beard has got some instructions on the side of the field. Taylor Hines back up onto her feet. Liverpool looking to create a chance. Lawley's ball comes in and the volley was on target. Kerry Hollands, making her 50th appearance for Liverpool today, managed to connect. Effort, though, was straight at Jackie Burns. Lawley again trying to create. Now Hines. Well, she did well to win the ball, but she couldn't poke it on, and it's Reading who can break away, and Sana Troelsgaard unable to turn. I have seen across the season that referees have tried to clamp down on challenges like this. No card this time. Here's McCandy. Back towards Deanna Cooper, and now Gemma Evans. Was thinking about the forward pass, but there were too many red shirts around, so she goes back. Van Havermaet giving Jasmine Matthews some work to do. Rachel Rowe. Evans pass into Moore, finding some really good positions for Reading. Sent wide by Harries. One for Woodham to chase here, and well, it's given as a goal kick. Lily Woodham didn't agree, that's for sure. She thought that should have been a corner, as did Kelly Chambers. Risky pass from Deanna Cooper, very nearly lost it to Melissa Lawley. Missy Bokens now has it back. Decided to go backwards when it looked as though there was certainly a forward pass on. Sana Troelsgaard working ever so hard to win it. And now here comes Eikeland. Van Havermaet. Good pressure by Liverpool. Hines, the captain, on the left-hand side here, providing some support here for Campbell. Turned by Stengel, but she can't find a teammate. Likes to drop into those deeper positions. Couldn't do too much with it this time, and now Reading have a free kick. It's Emma Harries who's been fouled here. Megan Campbell, the guilty party, penalised for this challenge. Harries will make her way into the penalty area. Rachel Rowe and Lily Woodham waiting to send in something which will hopefully cause some problems for them. Well, it has certainly caused problems. Rachel Laws came to gather and really didn't get there. Just about cleared away by Gemma Bonner, who was on the post. Not the most convincing from Liverpool at the back, it has to be said. Another good-looking delivery, and they've got plenty of height in the team, Reading. Caused a few problems here. Gemma Evans with the final effort. And Rachel Laws might just need some treatment here. Reading have looked really good from set pieces. Time and time again, causing Liverpool trouble. Rachel Laws will need some treatment here. First, I'll be honest, I thought she'd been caught on the hand, but it seems to be her leg that's receiving some treatment here. Other dramatic scores elsewhere in the Super League today. Chelsea picking up a vital 3 points after their win against Tottenham, and Manchester United with a 0-0 draw against Everton, meaning they sacrifice their position at the top. At the bottom, Reading trying to make sure the relegation fight gets a bit easier. Delivering in, a good-looking corner again. All hands on deck at the back for Liverpool, who do manage to get the ball away. Now Eikeland trying to get beyond Stengel. And Stengel, well, she did well to make the challenge. Stuck to the task and won the throw-in as well. Away by Hines. Lawley keeping the ball in play and perhaps doing Reading a favour here. Van Havermaet, though, is quickly surrounded, has to go backwards. I said at the start of the game, it perhaps feels a bit too soon to think about this one as a game that is something of a decider at the bottom, but both teams have approached it that way. Candy sees her ball forward intercepted, but she's done well here to get her body in the way and keep control of possession. Koivisto couldn't win it in the air, and now Lily Woodham will start things again at the back. Emily Eikeland. And to McCandy, who was trying to turn, but she got no change from Taylor Hines. Stengel's challenge certainly caught Deanna Cooper there, but the referee said play on. Cooper back there this time to send the ball away from danger. And Gemma Bonner calmly back to Rachel Laws, who looks to be okay now after the injury that came just a moment ago. Well, a collision there that didn't sound all that good. Play will continue as Woodham tries to break through the middle, but the referee will have to stop play here for the injury to Kerry Holland. And the referee calling on the physio teams here. Two Liverpool players combining, and perhaps a lack of communication as Jazz Matthews was coming through. Liverpool will be hoping that Kerry Holland's okay, having to work pretty hard in that midfield area alongside Nagano, Hines and Missy Bokens to keep this Reading side at bay. Van Havermaet comes across here for a quick word alongside Emma Harries with coach Kelly Chambers. Kerry Holland continues to receive some treatment here. Well, the difference perhaps between now and a few weeks back is that Liverpool now have options from the bench after their activity in the January transfer window. They were pretty active. Sophie Lungar, the young Danish midfielder, could well be called into action here. There are other options too, with the likes of Jana Daniels, who maybe provides a bit more experience. Well, there's good news for Liverpool at least, as Kerry Holland makes her way onto the side of the field. Doesn't look overly comfortable. She's a tough cookie though. No doubt she'll walk that one off. 8 minutes to go until the break. Does feel as though Reading are edging this ever so slightly. Does feel as though my maths might need some work as well. It's actually 7 minutes till half time. Evans leaves it, Woodham there. Both sides have been closing down at such pace today. And that's the reason why the game has been played with such ferocity. Have to make quick decisions. Has to be the right decision. Reading will look to continue the pace of play here. Trulsgaard, though, well, she looked as though she'd lost the ball. She's actually kept hold of it here. And runs it out of play. Doesn't agree with the decision from the assistant. Decision given, and again, more work to do for the physio team here. This time it's Megan Campbell involved in the collision. Mary Taylor, one of Liverpool's new signings, was asked to warm up. Doesn't look as though she's doing that with too much eagerness at the moment, so hopefully that means that everyone is okay to continue for Matt Beard's side. Would imagine that he would have hoped for a bit more in this first half here. Haven't been too many clear-cut chances for Liverpool. We've rarely seen Jackie Burns tested. Battle in midfield does feel as though it's being won by Reading. Liverpool have plenty of dangerous players though. We saw earlier on in the season just how good Stengel can be in front of goal. Matt Beard has spoken very highly of Melissa Lawley and been quite open in saying that she should be back in the mix for England. Well, it looks as though we are just about ready to get back underway here as Megan Campbell, the latest to hobble to the side of the field, gets back up onto her feet. Stengel back into midfield. Nagano, who just glides across the turf when she has the ball. She's such a pleasure to watch, the Japanese international. Missy Boken's trying to spin. Liverpool losing possession though, and Rachel Rowe gathers up. Liverpool's momentum potentially disturbed by these injuries, but they have got the ball here, and it's Lawley, not quite on the same wavelength as her teammates. Gives it straight back to Reading, and Van Havermaet will drop deep to send the ball through the lines for Reading here. Woodham on the chase. And Gemma Bonner makes that look rather easy. Well, Liverpool saw the Reading defence was playing a relatively high line there, but there was nobody really chasing that ball over the top as Megan Campbell sends the ball backwards. Seems to be okay after the injury that came just a moment ago. Running a bit more freely now. Pass though is intercepted by Reading, who must have such a huge number of interceptions in this game. They've been so effective. Megan Campbell now can't find a way through. Back comes Koivisto, wins the ball back here for Liverpool. Bonner in her second spell with the club, having been parts of the old gang with Matt Beard that won the Super League. Plenty of experience that could, well, prove to be vital for Liverpool as they try their best to stay in the top flight on their return. Lawley. Koivisto. Garno won't get to that one. Rachel Rowe working hard to win it for Reading, and now bursting forward and sending wide to... Oh, Reading deliver in. It's a good-looking ball. It was Troelsgaard who pulled wide. Seemed to be caught in two minds there, Sanne Troelsgaard. Didn't know whether to pull the trigger or to wait for a teammate. It was in a pretty wide area. The angle for the shot was always likely to be tough. Well, we're on the 45 here, but you would imagine that there would be a fair chunk of additional time at the end of this first half. Commonly known as a brilliant time to score. Lily Woodham getting the corner ready just before half-time. Woodham's ball is punched away by Laws. Into the penalty area. There is a real muddle, and through the crowds the shot comes, but there is no trouble for Rachel Laws. There will be at least 5 minutes of additional time at the end of this first half. We have had a fair few stoppages. Here is Lawley. Lawley's ball cleared away. Liverpool haven't really created much from an attacking perspective over the last 10 or 15 minutes. They're looking to change that here. Campbell's throw-in. Gets it back. And Van Havermaet able to make the clearance. Bonner shifts it wide. Another crossing opportunity here for Liverpool. Just about. Jackie Burns able to get there. Needed 2 goes. Managed to get there before Missy Bokens could, though. Well, as we approach half-time, Reading certainly look as though they are missing an outlet in attack. But they have dominated that midfield area where Matt Beard may potentially try to add another body in the second half to make Liverpool a bit more competitive in there. Haven't really seen too much of Katie Stengel. And she's well dealt with again by Gemma Evans. Nice touch from Nagano. On to Hines. Emma Harries continues to hustle. Get the sense that Liverpool are trying to go up through the gears just before half-time. Just look at those Reading players chasing after the ball, though. Leading from the front, Sanna Trulsgaard. Have managed to get themselves into a good position here, though. The pass that came in for Missy Bokens from Kerry Holland was just ever so slightly behind her teammate, though. So often talk about these fine margins, but it is these fine margins that are separating the two sides at the moment. You really get the feeling that this game needs a moment to spark it into life. Just needs that one link-up play, that one connection. And Havermart's header is turned away. It's not too long before it comes back, though. Here is Hines. Nicely worked by Liverpool on the right-hand side. Koivisto up against Lily Woodham here, and she gets around the Reading fullback. Needs some support. Goes back towards Hines, who can deliver. But she sends the ball out of play. Still not the best service for Katie Stengel, and that has to change if Liverpool want to grab all 3 points here. Has been their goal scorer this season. Hasn't really been in this game, though. Of course, Reading know all about her threats. Well, there's plenty to play for here, with survival in the Super League at stake. It's been tight, it's been energetic, it's been full of aggression and good play. But still here, we have no goals between Liverpool and Reading at Prenton Park. At the break, it's 0-0. We can now look back on the highlights of the first half. Well, it was Reading who started the stronger here. McCandy with brilliant work here to send on towards Emma Harries. The best she could do, though, was send on to the crossbar, and that was probably the best chance of the first half. Liverpool have certainly had their moments. Stengel here just couldn't quite grab hold inside of the penalty area. And Deanna Cooper with a vital touch on the goal line to send away. But in truth, it has been Reading who have been pushing more and more. And in what is a really intriguing battle in the middle, it's Reading who've certainly had control of that area. But as we've seen on a number of occasions, perhaps Reading have been missing that focal point in attack. Certainly something that Liverpool don't lack. They do have Katie Stengel, but they just haven't been able to set her free. Both goalkeepers have had their moments in the game. And Rachel Laws would have been happy to have seen Bonner clear that one off of the goal line. So at half-time here, it is Liverpool 0, Reading 0. We'll be back for the second half at Prenton Park in just a moment.
I used to fancy Simon Webb.
And I just lost it.
I hate snakes.
Have a cup of tea.
I always need a wee.
Oh, I always wanted to do that.
First pair of football boots were Umbros. My granddad got me them. Yeah, I love them.
Adidas Copas.
Total 90s, or maybe I definitely had a pair of like the OG Copas.
The old school Predators that David Beckham used to wear. I think I just wanted to be him.
A bright green Ronaldo pair or zebra, the printed ones.
Adidas Predators.
I think I bought from my neighbour for about £5 Nike with the little wavy bits on.
My first pair of football boots, I couldn't even tell you. Probably rainbow ones, I honestly have no idea.
Adidas Speedflow.
Last pair currently Nike Tiempo.
Right now, I always wear Tiempos.
Adidas Copas without the laces.
The new Nike one, new pack, new Nike ones. I got skinny feet, so.
The Puma Futures.
Adidas X's.
Phantoms.
The Renault Clio. Still got it, to be fair.
A Volkswagen Jetta, which I shared with my two sisters.
My first car was a little Mini Cooper.
My first car was a Mazda 2 that I got for my birthday.
Vauxhall Astra that I actually bought off my uncle.
A Renault Clio.
Current car, Mercedes A-Class.
The car I drive right now is a Volkswagen Polo.
Is my Nissan Duke. I've had it like 4 years now.
Mercedes A-Class.
I feel like I remember for my birthday going to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Maybe like a Lord of the Rings or something like that.
Enchanted, or I have no idea.
I think it was Mary Poppins, maybe.
One of the Avengers movies.
Just recently I saw Elvis, which I absolutely loved.
The most recent Spider-Man.
Secrets of Dumbledore.
First country we visited was England. I was a baby. I don't have many memories from then. But
The UK, probably London, because my uncle used to live here and I visited him with my family when I was really young.
Kenya, for my mum's best friend's wedding.
Mallorca.
The first country I ever went on holiday to was Spain. Was Spain as well. It's a very popular choice of mine.
Germany, where we were pre-season.
Georgia, because we just played them in a World Cup qualifier.
Dublin, on a little weekend away.
Marbella with some of my teammates.
Zakynthos, Greek island.
First mobile phone was one of those flip ones that kind of like went like that. Nokia, I think.
Nokia 3310.
My first mobile phone, I think, was a Razr. That was really popular in the US.
Probably like a Nokia 3210, like proper throwback with Snake and everything on it.
First phone was a little, not a BlackBerry, I didn't have BB, I didn't do that. I had a Rio, so it was like a B-Tech BlackBerry.
A Motorola flip phone. You could only like fit 15 text messages on it. One picture message would just wipe all your memory.
Probably a Nokia with Snake on it.
And the last phone is an iPhone.
I think it's an iPhone.
My current phone is an iPhone.
I think it's like an iPhone 13.
It's iPhone 13.
iPhone 13 mini, I think it is.
I have a fear of snakes. I hate snakes. I once pretty much walked over one, and since then I just have got a fear of snakes.
Clowns. Oh my god, biggest fear. I was in an arcade and like one came out and I just lost it.
I think spiders.
Definitely spiders, and I still have that fear.
First gig was Take That, which was brilliant.
Actually, I remember because I went with my sisters, was Maroon 5.
And I'm probably showing my age here with Spice Girls.
First one I think was Justin Bieber, Cried.
Blue. I used to fancy Simon Webb.
Was actually seeing my mum's friend's daughter performing, and it's probably my last gig as well because we go and see her quite often.
It was actually Shawn Mendes in Leeds.
Something called Castlefield Bowl.
I think Dermot Kennedy.
I went to see Harry Styles and that was insane.
Drake. I know I've got H coming up.
Adele at Hyde Park. Actually went with a few of the girls from here.
Poppy Pattinson, bestie.
My partner.
Probably my mom.
My mum. Woke up this morning to a cup of tea.
Probably my girlfriend this morning.
To have a coffee.
I take a cold shower before I have my morning coffee.
Make a cup of coffee.
Probably snooze my alarm, go back to sleep. That's because I have so many 6:31, 7:30, like really random times.
Just get out of bed, make my bed and have a shower.
I always need a wee.
I like to listen to something, podcast or a YouTube video, something to just like put me to sleep basically.
In recent weather, it's been have a cold shower.
Currently, I'm reading a book called Trust Me by T.M. Logan. It's pretty good.
I'm known for my naps.
Probably take a nap.
Probably eat. Love eating. I love food.
Make dinner.
Make myself a cup of tea.
Put the kettle on and have a cup of tea.
Probably do some washing. Need to do it.
Perfield to strike one over the wall, and it needs a good save from Emily Ramsey.
Castellanos, goalkeeper beat it away and then was relieved it fell to Amy Turner rather than a City player.
By Lee. It's found Turlin, and there's a real chance for Brighton on the break here. Robinson. It's Robinson through. Good save by Zinsberger. This was really good counter-attacking play from Brighton and Hove Albion.
Here's Kelly. Useful ball. Oh, chance! Somehow saved by Berger. How on earth did she keep Laura Coombs out there? Off Berger and then onto the post. It is a terrific stop from the keeper.
Some forwards here. Could Brighton perhaps give themselves a goal before half-time? Turlin's effort brilliantly saved by Mary Earps. But it's little wonder why she hasn't been beaten so far this season. Leaping to her left, and she got two really good hands on that to keep it out.
Decent ball in from him. This could be a chance at close range. Well, it was kept out by Lavelle in the end. She did really well there. Just would have known that there were so many players bearing down on her.
Well, that's just one long ball from Catley, and Blackstenius is onside here. What a start that would have been, and what a start it is for the WSL debutante Jackie Burns. Less than 30 seconds on the clock.
Here they come looking for a second. Graham, the goal scorer. Wonderfully done. Park opens up for Jess Park, who shoots near post, and that's a really good stop. Anna Leak down well.
Mead feeds forward, surely no, denied by Rachel Laws.
Paris. Toon slid through by Toon. Beautiful football from Manchester United. Great save by Lavelle. West Ham just can't get it away here. And then it drops kindly, and Arnold has to make the save.
Eating up the turf in front of her, James. And having a go! Rover to the rescue for Manchester City to keep them in the game.
Corner whipped in swinging. Dangerous one, headed away by Galton. And then struck brilliantly on the half volley, and well saved by Earps.
Is it feel or look?
I think I'd rather look like a potato because it's an upgrade on this. So, a potato with a smiley face.
I'd have to say feel. I don't think potatoes are particularly attractive.
I'd rather feel like a potato.
Feel like a potato, because they're solid, innit?
I'd rather feel like a potato than look like one.
Does it matter if the potato's cooked or not?
Chip.
Not a potato? I'd rather feel solid than look like a fat potato head.
Flying, 100%.
To fly. To fly. Because Traffic is a female dog. Can I say that?
I wouldn't necessarily call this a superpower, but I'd just like to be a bit taller. If it's a superpower to be stretched, I'd take that.
Is singing a superpower?
To remove all bullies from the world because I believe in kindness.
To be invincible.
The ability to just transport myself from one place to another at the click of a finger.
Invincible? Invisible? Invisible? Invisible, no one can beat you. No, invisible, sorry, change that. You can cut that now. To be invisible.
Sam Kerr, 100%, because I'd want to do a backflip.
No one. I'm here to do a job. I'm destined for this. It is what it is.
I'd want to be in Harry Potter, so any of the cast from Harry Potter, really.
I'm going to see Lady Gaga. Lindsay Lohan because she's ginger. Simple.
Oh, Kerry Washington. Yeah.
I'd probably get Kate Longhurst to do it, actually, and she'd make me funnier than what I am, so I take that.
Cameron Diaz. Because somebody said I look like her before, I take that.
I'd have to pick Sam again, just because we're on. I think we have similar characters, and she's got just as much as energy as me.
Emma Watson, because I'm so well-spoken, like her. Basically, she's similar age to me. I'd have her play my life. I'm sure she could play a bit of football. Ducks are actually quite vicious, you know.
A duck-sized rhino? Yeah. Oh God, that'd be quite scary, a rhino-sized duck. Her mouth would be huge.
A massive duck, yeah.
Who would fight the bigger animal? I'd have a duck-sized rhino, because if it's any bigger than me, I've got no chance.
Dance. Calvin Harris.
100% house music.
House music. Scouse house music. It's different.
Dancehall reggae.
A bit of old school Chris Brown, that's a bit of me, yeah.
I actually love musicals, so I wouldn't DJ them, but a little party, sing-along sort of thing to it.
Mine would be slow, like, yeah, I have probably the worst, like, pre-match music ever. DJ Duggan in the mix.
Drizzy.
DJ Bala.
DJ Slow.
England, European champions!
So here we go then.
It's Russo, just shot on
Sign of the togetherness.
bending beautifully.
In. Packed full of world-class international talent. But Red Devils.
Get me! They've turned the game on its head.
It was so Sam Kerr.
And it is! Have some of that!
Welcome back to Prenton Park. No changes at half-time in this one between Liverpool and Reading, which is perhaps a surprise because it did feel as though Reading were on top. It was 3-3 the last time these two met. No goals so far. Liverpool did change their formation in the second half when they faced Chelsea last time out. It will be interesting to see whether that's the move that they make again here. Reading, who will get us going. Almost feels cruel to hear a song about the hot sun, but we're not not in control of the music. Back underway then for the second half between Liverpool and Reading here. Big game at the bottom of the Women's Super League. Both sides have really gone for the game, throwing everything at this one. Standard has been so good. Question is whether someone can find that goal-scoring touch in the second half. That's what's needed here. The game is crying out for a goal. Continues to be fiercely contested in that midfield area. Fed on here by Holland. Was looking for the run of Missy Bokens, and that's really where Liverpool struggled in the first half. They just couldn't get the likes of Missy Bokens, Lawley, Stengel into the kind of positions where they could cause damage. Missy Bokens always looking to make that driving run from midfield, but credit to Reading, they never really allowed that to happen. Nagano trying to feed the ball on. Reading have it back. There is space on this left-hand side, but there's nobody out there to receive the pass. Koivisto, the Finnish international, looking for an option here. Eventually back into play. Reading crowding Liverpool out again. Stengel dispossessed. Moore's ball forward is well dealt with by Liverpool at the back, who can clear away. McCandy not hanging around, launches one forwards. Jade Moore can't flick on. Arrived on loan from Manchester United, and she has certainly added an extra dimension to the Reading attack. She was the target here with the ball forwards. There was a collision though. Actually the ball that strikes the face of Emma Koivisto. Matt Beard not all that animated, happy for whatever he said at half-time to sink in. Kelly Chambers up onto her feet. Over 150 games as coach of Reading. So well respected in the game as Reading continue to punch well above their weight in the Women's Super League. Koivisto just working out the jaw as she prepares to get herself back onto the pitch, and we prepared to get back underway. We had a number of stoppages in the first half. It's been a real battle, this one, as you perhaps would expect, given the nature of the game. Cooper shifting wide, McCandy was waiting. Troelsgaard gets the flick on but can't find Harries. And Havermart scrapping for it. Harries again, touching on, looking for Rachel Rowe. Reading combining well in the central areas. Oh, look at this for a driving run. Lawley still has it. Liverpool looking to work their chance, and this is a pretty good effort. Certainly had Jackie Burns taking note, but the strike from Kerry Holland is over the top of the crossbar. Fabulous running here from Melissa Lawley, taking matters into her own hands here, and then Kerry Holland with the strike, which isn't too far away. Better from Liverpool. Needed somebody to grab the game for them, and it was Melissa Lawley to do that. Maybe that will charge them up ever so slightly. Campbell launches, gets the flick on. Was Stengel to get there. And she picks up the pieces, recycles. Wide to Lawley. Doing her best to find some room. And just to win the corner. They were looking to take it quickly, but Lily Woodham spotted Missy Boken's plan, and instead she'll have to send this one into the penalty area. And it comes into the front post. They'll get the flick on Liverpool. Taylor Hines back into Campbell. Good pressure from Harries. Now the break might be on here for Reading. Moore can carry it up into Liverpool territory, and Harries has continued to run. Plenty of red shirts back there. Moore with an effort on goal. Fairly far away from the target though. And over the top of the crossbar it goes. Did well to lead the breakaway here. Got Reading into a good position, but again it's that option in the middle that just appears to be missing. Have made some moves in the January transfer market, and they'll need those players to get up to speed pretty quickly. Goals continue to be a problem for Reading. Garno fighting to win it back, but it's Rowe who can carry forwards. And Garno who can send the ball on its way. Lawley finding Holland. Gemma Evans sliding in. Make sure there is no further progress. I think you know what's coming here. Former Manchester City defender Megan Campbell is lining one up, throwing in. Very nearly got the flick on as well from Gemma Bonner. Now Lawley spins, delivers, and watches her cross into the area cleared away by Lily Woodham. The danger isn't gone here. It's Missy Bokens for Liverpool who lines one up. Well, she did ever so well to get herself into a shooting position. Saw the effort blocked. Holland now. Saw Koivisto arriving, but so crucially did Reading, who managed to clear the ball away. Really got to see in Liverpool's FA Cup match against Chelsea the difference that a goal scorer can make. Sam Kerr was so prolific. At first, she made look so easy, but it was such a fabulous strike. Both teams could certainly do with someone like that today. That's the challenge for someone. One to chase here. Liverpool won't get to that one. Lily Woodham, long ball forwards, well intercepted here by Bonner. Touches in field. Bokens with a nice spin. Late challenge from Van Havermaet, and it's perhaps a surprise to see the referee there not move to the book. Liverpool have to change the plan, with the referee pulling the free kick back. It's going to be Campbell to deliver. Deep delivery to the back of the area. Sana Trulskar able to leap to meet it, and then able to leap and grab that one is Jackie Burns. Maybe wasn't too aware that Missy Bokens was around. She's won it back, and Liverpool in a wide position now with Missy Bokens. Well, of course, was the awful news for Liverpool that Van der Sanden was due to miss a couple of months after her injury in the build-up to the Chelsea ice game. Just wonder how much Liverpool are missing her presence on the pitch, that experience, that tenacity. Koivisto to Nagano, who sends on a good-looking ball into Koivisto, who's in space. And that's super cover work by Deanna Cooper. Just as things start to look dangerous after what was a fabulous reverse pass here from Nagano. In comes the interception. Couple of touches here in this game where you've just really seen the class of Nagano. Campbell's launch. And Havermart is always such a presence though back there, and she's the one that towers above everybody else to nod away. Here's McCandy. On to Harries now. Didn't know that she had a Liverpool player coming in from behind. It was Kerry Holland who was there. Liverpool and Reading continue to match each other. You'll almost feel cruel on the person that loses if that is to be the case in this matchup. We have a change here. It's Reading who decide to make the first change. Emma Harries is being removed. She's been full of tireless running. And perhaps Kelly Chambers just felt that some fresh legs were needed, and into the action comes Lauren Wade. Woodham's header, Van Havermaat trying to flick on. Stengel trying to turn, but she's not been allowed to do that all game. Such a marked difference to the performance that we saw from her earlier on in the season against Reading, where she was given so much room. Trulskar flicks it down, and Moore is trying to get there. Clever in the end from Nagano, who just managed to get her ball between Moore, her body between the ball and the player, and on the free kick. Busy month coming up for Nagano. Will be involved at the She Believes Cup. Japan playing against the US, Canada and Brazil as they step up preparations for the World Cup. Van Havermaat now delivers in, and Rachel Laws anticipates the bounce. Been something of a bystander in the second half, Rachel Laws, after plenty to get involved with in the first half. Havermont with the flick on. Owen Wade trying to get in on the action, but it's Liverpool who win it back. Half an hour to go. It was a pretty dramatic end to the game for the Reading first men's team yesterday. Managed to secure a point against Watford. Kelly Chambers' side could do with a slice of that energy right now. Stengel on the turn. Now Nagano. Liverpool managed to keep control. Koivisto, though, can't get away from Moore. Off goes Rowe. Koivisto does brilliantly to recover. Has been a theme in the game. Both sides so eager to get back and win the ball. Flag raised for an offside against Reading. Gano looking to get things underway quickly. Lawley moves the ball wide. Hines was there. She'll continue her run here, combining with Hollands. Stengel on the spin. Lifts one wide. Good football this from Liverpool. Here's Koivisto who slams goalwards. This might be the chance. It is smuggled in. Missy Bokens is there for Liverpool with a goal that could mean so much in terms of Super League survival. Lovely build-up play. Wonderful ball wide from Katie Stengel. First real time we've seen her drop into that deeper role and find that kind of space. And then just look at the commitment from Missy Bokens. While the young Liverpool talent continues to make strides. Could have such a future ahead of her. And she could have just won Liverpool all 3 points here.
Missy Bokens.
Well, second time of asking, off we go. Reading may look back on some of those opportunities that they have had in the first half with some regrets. The one that hit the crossbar from Emma Harries, maybe the best of those. Still plenty of time, though. They fought back last time they faced Liverpool. They left it pretty late, though, so if you are a Reading fan, could be a nervy final few moments. Turned around the corner by Nagano. They lose out here, Liverpool to Reading. Rachel Rowe can't do too much with it, though. Koivisto, who provided the ball for the cross into Nagano now, who can turn. There is space here for Missy Bokens. Liverpool pushing for another. Holland won't get to that one, though, as Gemma Evans makes the clearance away. But all of a sudden, space is starting to open up for Liverpool. Pressure from Reading has dropped off somewhat in the second half. Another Megan Campbell long throwing coming up. Launched in. They'll get the flick on Liverpool, and just like that, they're in for goal number 2. Kerry Holland at the far post is there to double the advantage for Liverpool, who make some distance between themselves and Reading. Not pretty, but effective. Campbell's throw, flick on at the front post, onto the head of Bonner, and then Holland did the rest. Well, tried to hold back the smile, tried to ask for calm from her team, but in the end, well, she enjoyed the moment. And just like that, the outlook of the game has completely changed here for Reading. Some second half performance so far from Liverpool, and they might be at it again here. Lawley out to Koivisto, who's played a slightly more advanced role in the second half. Off goes Nagano. Real classy operator. Lifted in by Campbell. Ball is slightly behind everyone, but they have got it! What a chance to make it 3. Well, Stengel, who's been kept quiet all afternoon, really coming into her own in the past 5 minutes, gets into a really good position. Does ever so well to latch onto the delivery here from Campbell when it looked like the moment was gone. It's a super recovery, though. Gemma Evans sliding in to turn the ball away. More pressure coming up, though, here for the Reading defence. Campbell with her foot this time delivers one in. And Hines won't get to that one. Could be a chance to break away here for Reading. And there would have been, were it not for Koivisto, who did well to anticipate, spotted the run, spotted the danger. Well, it looked as though the game was Reading's for the taking in the first half. Now Liverpool firmly in control. We have seen flashes of this season. When it all comes together, Liverpool are a very good side. That has proved to be the case in the second half with Missy Bokens and Kerry Hollands grabbing the goals. Holland now with the give and go. A big afternoon for her anyway, being her 50th appearance for the club. Well, when you looked at the fixtures, there was no getting away from the fact that it's a big week for Liverpool. They've started very well here. Winning both of the games coming up this week, and you would imagine that survival in the Super League would all but be secure. Leicester coming up next week. Still 20 minutes to go in this one here. Campbell this time sees the throw-in turned away. Well, she tried to make her way forward there. She was fouled on her way through. It was Lauren Wade with the challenge. Liverpool players weren't so happy about this. Well, the first goal gave them the belief. The second one sees them absolutely brimming with confidence, and they're searching for more here, Liverpool. No let up from Matt Beard's side. Here's Holland. Now Stengel looking for it. Well, given the success of one of her previous throws, you can understand that Megan Campbell might be eager to repeat the trick here. And it goes into a central area, and it's so nearly three. Straight onto the head of Katie Stengel with the throw. And she is inches away. Ever so close from Katie Stengel. Sanna Troelsgaard can't feed it through. Could be a change-up coming for Reading. For now, they have another Liverpool attack to deal with, and it's wave after wave at the moment. Done well, though, to crowd out Nagano here, and Troelsgaard can carry forward. If there was likely to be someone who would be able to change the outcome, who would lead the charge for Reading, Troelsgaard will certainly be the person. Pass though here from Rachel Rowe is overhit, and it goes away for a throw-in for Liverpool on the far side, and Reading can make that change. Well, Tia Primmer will be the first to come on here. Jade Moore's afternoon coming to an end, which is perhaps a surprise because she has been arguably the best player on the pitch for Reading. And here comes the new girl. Alexander is coming on. Sanna Troelsgaard removed, which is not something we would necessarily have expected. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Tanea Alexander can provide. She's arrived from Montpellier. It's thought that she might be the one to bring goals. She was prolific at university level. She was at Louisiana State in the United States. 74 goals in 81 league games when she was at university, and that might just be the kind of shift that Reading need in this matchup. Liverpool on the break, just look at the red shirts. Driving forward here, Koivisto. Stopped in her tracks by Lily Woodham. Been a really good battle on this side of the field between Woodham and Koivisto. Just the one moment where Koivisto managed to get away, and that, in the end, led to the goal for Bo Cairns. Now Liverpool will make a change. Well, it's Melissa Lawley who will make way. And where Reading went for some new, fresh legs in Alexander, Liverpool will go for the experienced legs of Jana Daniels. She's seen it all before at the bottom of the Super League with Bristol City. Could be invaluable for the running. Well, Alexander has started on the left-hand side for Reading. Unable to get into the game just yet. As Liverpool continue to keep Reading at bay in what has been a very impressive second half performance. First turn by Stengel. Every time they get the ball, Liverpool just looking to break. Really turned on the gas in the second half. Here is Daniels. Substitute managing to get beyond the Reading defence. Diana Cooper with the challenge to bring the ball away. Wonderful fighting back by Missy Bokens, gets there ahead of Rowe. And now Daniels again, protecting the ball on the left. On the outside of McCandy she goes. Didn't look like a foul. The referee didn't think so either. Diana Cooper can race away with it. Feeds it wide. It's a chance here for Reading to break. Work to do on the left-hand side for Campbell. Up against Wade. Woodham. And McCandy can deliver. But it's blocked and sent away, and Reading will have to start again from the back. Might be a chance to break away on the right here. Emily Eichlin beats the challenge. And Havermart. Coming into a central area now, Alexander trying to get into the game, which is a good sign. Does need somebody to be brave for Reading. Quivisto, quick thinking to find Stengel. And Woodham and Gemma Evans. Just about deal with the threat from Stengel. And up onto the roof here at Prenton Park it goes. Liverpool fans slightly more vociferous in the second half. Perhaps not surprising given the performance. Well, if things were to stay the same here, the Super League table certainly makes for interesting reading. Liverpool would leapfrog Tottenham Hotspur if they were to win this one here. There's always going to be a threat for Tottenham that they might get drawn into a relegation battle. And without question, they'll be watching on eagerly as Liverpool face Leicester next week. If Leicester were to win that one, then from a neutral perspective, the battle at the bottom, well, it could be pretty hairy. But on their return to the Super League, it's a fantastic performance so far from Liverpool. This will be their third win of the campaign, up to 11 points. Matt Beard, no doubt, would be pretty happy with that. Chelsea, of course, back at the top tonight. After Manchester United dropped points earlier. Didn't look like a particularly nice challenge, that one. It's Yana Daniels who's gone down. Pretty quickly, back up into the fight, into the action. Turned around the corner by Van Havermaet. Reading were able to dictate in that middle area in the first half. Be interesting to hear from Matt Beard after the game to understand exactly what he's done. He doesn't really look as though he's hugely changed the formation in the second half. Managed to turn the game around somehow. Here's Daniels. That's why she's been brought onto the field, to protect the ball. There will be stages now where Liverpool just need to keep hold, manage the game, work down the clock. Van Havermaet turns it back to McCandy. Reading really went at it at the start of the game. Have they got anything in the tank, something to push them through? Liverpool dropping deeper and deeper here, inviting the Reading pressure. Some teams are able to soak up pressure in this way. They're built for it. Some teams goes against what's naturally ingrained in them. Primer lines one up. And the deflection takes the sting out of the shot, and it's well covered by Rachel Laws. Look as though Liverpool have a problem here. It's going to be Hines who comes across to the side of the field. Six minutes to go. Challenge for Liverpool is to hold on. They've worked ever so hard to get themselves to this point. Matthews. Primer with a nice turn. And worked hard to get Reading into a good position. She probably wouldn't have been too happy with what came afterwards. Wade unable to control. Woodham able to deliver. This could be a chance here for Reading. Flag was raised. Rachel Rowe had moved into an offside position.
Substitution for Liverpool, replacing number 7, Missy Beaucaire.
Well, Liverpool making a change. Missy Beaucaire's got the first goal, she's off. And onto the field, it's the new girl, Miri Taylor. As a youngster, she was in the academy with Chelsea. She played at the youth team level with them and then went across to America. And she has arrived from Angel City in the United States. An exciting prospect, one that Liverpool are looking forward to putting on the pitch. She'll only get 4 minutes to impress here. It will be interesting to see where she slots in. She can play across the front three. She can play in midfield too. That was part of the reason why Matt Beard was so excited to bring her in, her versatility across a number of different positions. And she's straight into the action here. And it looks as though she's dropped into a deeper midfield role as Liverpool look to see out the game. Here is Stengel. Anna Daniels can't turn it on, not under the pressure from Lily Woodham. Holland chasing. And there might be trouble here for Reading. Jackie Burns gets herself in a mess. And it's Holland who is penalised. Not so happy with the decision from the referee. Jackie Burns hesitating here. I think she was looking to turn. Instead, she stumbled. Gets away with that one. Woodham. Now Wade's pass to Van Havermaet. Deanna Cooper. Out to McCandy. Just 2 minutes to go. Nagano winning the ball, but Reading coming straight back. Again, is that player running the channels, trying to get in behind the Liverpool defence that seems to be missing. Wade. On to Woodham, who is onside and who has won a corner. Reading looking to find a route back into the game. Well, the corner very nearly caused trouble with Rachel Laws flapping at that one ever so slightly. Reading will try again from the opposite side, but time's running out here. They need a goal and they need it now if they want any kind of chance of getting something from this game. Away by Liverpool. And Taylor Hines making sure. In the first half, we had a number of stoppages. We haven't had quite as many in the second half. Relevant as we approach the 90th minute here. Rachel Laws quite happy to watch that one sail wide. Another Liverpool change. And it's Sophie Lungar, the young Dane, who will come on here for Katie Stengel. Not her best game, kept pretty quiet by Gemma Evans and Deanna Cooper, but she did have a role to play in the build-up for Missy Boken's goal. Liverpool moving to bring in a mixture of experience and youth during the January transfer market, and Sophie Lungar represents what could be the future. Minimum of 4 minutes will be added at the end of the 90. Well, it's a break coming up for Reading after this one with the international break. And then they come back with the FA Cup tie against Tottenham, the fifth round tie, a great opportunity to get themselves into the quarter-finals, but maybe something of a distraction when the performances in the league are so important. Liverpool, of course, could do Reading a massive favour next week by beating Leicester City. Prema's after it, but she won't get there. Of course, the Super League action isn't done for the day. West Ham facing Arsenal in the later game tonight, 6:45 kickoff. Arsenal looking to keep pace with the top three, having dropped off ever so slightly with the injuries to Mead and Miedemar. Manchester United giving them plenty of incentive today with their results. Reading have it back. They look just about done here. Liverpool might not be. Connor Daniels trying to break. McCandy stepping in. Breakaway here by Holland. She's been excellent here today. Would have not penalised. That did look like a shove. Won't matter too much. It's all eyes on the referee now as we await the whistle. Liverpool secure all 3 points. They were superb in the second half. It was a really tight game in the first period, and possibly you would have said that Reading edged it. In the second, a different story. Some turnaround by Matt Beard's side, and it's a result that could prove to be ever so important. Missy Boken's with the first, and then a second from the long throw-in from Megan Campbell, followed up at the far post by Kerry Holland to make sure for Liverpool and to secure all 3 points in this big battle at the bottom of the table. It finishes here at Prenton Park. Liverpool 2, Reading 0. We can now look back on the highlights. And it was Reading who started the quicker, started the better. They had the best chance of the first half early on. And the Harrys with a header that carried on to the crossbar. And whilst Liverpool had their moments, they didn't really carve out too much that was all that clear cut, or too much that really troubled Jackie Burns. Katie Stengel, who was involved in the action there, just couldn't get herself into positions to find space and cause any kind of trouble. And that was a real credit to Gemma Evans and Deanna Cooper, who worked ever so hard. Rachel Law's got lucky here as Bonner recovered the ball on the goal line. But when you look back, it was the first half of very few chances. The second half, though, completely different. Liverpool managed to find Stengel in space, and then Koivisto's ball led to this moment right here. Turned in by Missy Bokens, the opening goal, a determined strike from Liverpool's number 7. And just a couple of minutes afterwards, they made it 2. Hollands ghosting in at the far post, latching onto the flick on. Bonner's touch into the path of Holland, and Liverpool made sure here. Stengel could easily have made it 3. This was her glancing header wide, and you wondered whether she might live to regret that moment. As it turned out, she didn't. Liverpool so good in the second half. Good value for all 3 points. It finishes here, Liverpool 2, Reading 0. Thanks for joining us.